Hello, 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 and welcome to my next reaction to the Sandman. I adored the last episode. I mean, all of the episodes so far I felt have been really thought-provoking, but I feel like especially the last episode, you guys know, if you follow me for a while or have followed me for a while, genuinely, I love any type of stories where I can really dive deep into what the characters' motivations are, what's going on in their head and everything like that. And while this is really stunning, I feel like setting-wise in a, kind of the fantasy genre and can be a bit, fantastical in some regards, I really think there's a deep-rooted, interesting look at humanity that we're exploring. And I really, really love it. I love getting into it. It is great. And yeah, so without further ado, let's go.
We gotta get you out of here. Gotta get your Ruby back. We can't do that unless you wake the fuck up. Wake up!
I'll be right with you. Well, honesty is the best policy.
That's what they say, isn't it? But I hope it's true. It makes dreams come true.
I bet it does. And what are you dreaming about? New house?
That's
New
the
job?
question.
A new world, a more honest one.
That is the dream, isn't it? Wow.
No.
Can I get you a cup of coffee?
I don't know.
While we wait for our dream to come true. How are you, Marsh? You good?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know why Judy's wasting her time up on a Kavanaugh. Judy's so pretty she could have any man in town.
We're running low on mushrooms.
I'll make a note. No offense, but I'm waiting for someone.
Well, I can move if you'd rather sit here.
Well, good, thanks.
Oh.
And I'm gay, so.
Okay.
Forget you two are my proudest achievement.
That's just sad.
She set them up. I set them up.
What if she does have a sense about people?
She just tried to set us up. How's work going?
Yeah, busy. Gary's supervising a new venture. That looks promising.
Oof. Look at that burger.
Oh, you've been so disciplined. We don't want to ruin your macros.
But it's our anniversary.
You're right. We're celebrating. Get it. If that's what you want.
Oh. Okay.
I have the salad.
I admire your discipline. Both of you.
Mm-hmm.
My characters are based on real people, but it's fiction, I guess, because all my stories have happy endings.
Oh, wow.
That's because you know when to stop. And the trouble with stories is if you keep them going long enough, they all end in death. Don't they?
Wow, that's uplifting.
You don't really think I'm handsome, do you?
Oh, no. No. Oh, boy.
No, of course I don't.
Oh, no.
I wanted you to like me.
I do like you. I like this version of you much better, don't you?
Oh, I'm nervous.
Isn't it a relief to tell the truth for once? Don't you wish we could live in a world where we could say what we actually think?
I do.
This is gonna get messy. We're establishing a lot of characters in this diner that seem in all of their own ways kind of avoiding the truth or whatever, and I think it's gonna get messy.
Let Spencer ask me a question and you answer it. How does that look?
You care too much about what other people think.
Yes, because I'm not the boss. Do shit like that, but you do all the fucking
Lower
talking.
your voice right now.
Here we are.
Bedford, you mind?
Please. Just eat what I want for once, please.
Thank you, Dad. I don't think my texts are going through. Can I text you to see?
They're going through, she just doesn't want to hear from you.
Oh!
What?
He's like, what did I just say?
I've got 4 bars.
You want to wait a little while longer? I'll get you a menu.
Oh boy.
Do you think she's cheating on you?
No. She would never.
Vet doesn't think Donna's good enough for you.
She said that?
To Marsh. I heard her.
Oh, come on. You are making this messier than it needs to be.
Yeah, well, she's wrong.
And we're already on the road to
That burger made
Messy
you
Town.
sick to your stomach, didn't it? Happy anniversary, you two.
Hi, Dad.
How are you on your special day?
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Don't go. We can do it here.
Ah! No, not here. Not with all of these shenanigans going on.
Dad speaks very highly of you.
What about after work?
Oh!
You could come over. I can make us dinner. And after dinner, he'll go up to his room and you could come to mine.
Wow.
I want to. Don't you?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I don't think he does.
You're just bored and lonely, and I'm what's around right now.
Oh?
I like to go upstairs to your son's room. I don't like fucking him.
Ah! Well, how old is
Yeah, sometimes I let him fuck me.
Huh?
He's just a kid.
He's 21, man.
Oh!
And he knows what he's doing. I
But,
didn't know shit when I was his age.
oh! At least it wasn't a kid, but, whoa! Well, all of these blunt and harsh truths coming out, it's really going great. It's great, guys.
Some men love taking orders from women.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, she likes you though.
Not anymore, she doesn't.
Might be true.
He's just a kid.
So was I.
Wow.
What about my burger though?
You know what? Fuck Marsh.
Okay.
Fuck anything. Except me. Which is fine. Because he's not very good at it.
Oh! Oh my.
When I'm not, I'm pretty bad.
Wow.
How bad?
Oh, damn.
Sometimes you just need to get your dick sucked.
Someone positive and fun who'll take care of you.
Oh!
Someone positive and fun.
And how beautiful. And
Oh, wow. Everybody's just gonna do what they're gonna
You
do.
can see us.
Two giant pandas have successfully made it after 10 years of trying. Reports are that the pandas, Bao Lin and Pai Gao, are two of only about 2,000 pandas in existence on this fucked planet.
Huh.
I ate her.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Last night when we were fighting.
Just take it easy.
You think you're man enough for him?
Not much of a fighter, though.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh my my, holy molies. Holy molies.
You all saw he tried to choke me.
Somebody call an ambulance.
I would never do anything to hurt anyone.
I think it's him.
Oh shit. Oh my goodness. Holy fucker
You
doodles.
said you were going to change the world. I didn't believe you.
All I did was take away the lies. You all did the rest. You did what you wanted to.
I never wanted this.
I didn't want to kill anyone.
Yes, you did. Or you wouldn't have done it.
Okay.
Kate wanted to kill him too. Put the knives down. Put the knives down.
They're just being their true, authentic selves, coming at you with some knives.
You could do
Sorry.
a world where you could be yourselves without having to suffer for it, but it seems you enjoy your suffering.
I keep glancing at the fucking news, too.
Is a cleansing fire.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is
The
this?
lies we've told ourselves. And
Oh my god. Whoa.
pleasure and pain can all be expressed. You're still seeing it with your eyes. You need to close them.
No. Close, not like jam out your eyes. Oh my goodness. Oh, why did I know that was gonna happen? Oh my goodness.
Future.
You will crush the Dream Lord's life in your hands.
Okay. Welcome to Thunderdome.
What is it you think you're doing?
Saving the world from its lies.
The ruby wasn't made for that. This is the truth of mankind.
How's work going?
Good.
Thank you.
Busy.
Oh my god, I have so many thoughts. You already know.
Dreams.
Right, sweetie?
Kate dreams of running away when no one will find her. Bet dreams of creating something that matters to people. If you take away their hope, then yes, this is the truth of mankind. If you would rob a dream lord of his power, you shall do so in his realm.
Oh.
Johnny, you have to go to sleep. I never should have had you.
Wow.
It's a dream!
Well, it's mine now! Are you watching?
I don't know that it is, babe.
Using your own powers to burn away your life.
You must stop.
Your kingdom is my birthright.
You are hurting the dreamers.
Well, it's time they woke up.
Wow.
And your lives end now. I did it. I killed him.
Did you? There's quite a few more episodes.
Thank you, John.
Oh! Oh! Holy shit! Oh my god. Whoa.
You destroyed the ruby and released the power inside it. I would never have thought of that. I'd forgotten just how much of myself I had placed in the jewel. But the Dreamstone was not made for mortals. And it came to you through no fault of your own. So no, John, I will not kill you. Sleep well, John.
damage the ruby did. Can you undo it?
I
The ruby
can't
didn't do
believe
this.
that it like
John
affected
merely
everything.
used it to reveal wounds that were hidden in this realm and in mine. But tonight, at least, humanity will sleep in peace.
Oh, well, I guess that's nice after all that. Oh my goodness.
I'm watching you. Big brother.
Oh! Oh! Well, who are you? Despair, death, desire, daffodil. I hope it's daffodil. Okay. Well, holy shit, guys, it's time to get into it. I mean, wow, what a journey this episode was. Okay. A lot of things that I want to talk about and touch on. I'm actually going to talk about like the last little bit first and then get into the diner of it all, right? But it was really interesting. I mean, rule number one, a lot of the times when it comes to stories like this and dealing with, you know, powers beyond your understanding or whatever, you may think you know exactly what you're doing in that moment, and you know, you don't really know. And I kind of allotted for that. The thing is that John was very sure, I feel like, of himself and what he needed to do and what his destiny was and everything. You know, I think he really thought that he could take out Dream. And throughout that entire scene, I was like, I don't know. I mean, it wasn't, he was, I will say that he was doing the most. He was trying. But there was a bit of, or a part of me, I guess, throughout that entire sequence that was like, I don't know that you can just kill him like that or have him cease to exist. And I did find it really interesting that kind of bursting the ruby sort of just made everything, you know, Dream sort of like channeled everything into this ruby, but now it sort of overflowed, and it almost, I don't know if this is accurate, but almost like freed him more than hindered him or killed him or whatever. Anyway, really, really interesting ending to all of that. And yes, I will say, whatever all of these, if the examples at the diner were examples of what was going on sort of everywhere, a good night's sleep, you know, I guess we'll start there. Everybody gets a good night's sleep. But, okay. Something that was really interesting, you know, we're starting off this episode and they're really honing in on these different characters. And already I'm sort of looking at John observing them, right? This is the lens that we're sort of going through this story with. And he is observing it, as we found out in especially in the last episode, he's observing it with this idea of, how do I say this? Like, who is not being truthful? Who is not being their authentic self? Whether their authentic self is terrible or whatever. There was a lot of not revealing certain things about yourselves. Now, some of it was little white lies. Some of it was stuff buried deep, deep down. Some of it was portraying yourself as maybe like everything's okay in your relationship, or confidence, or whatever it is, or acting like something's not bothering you, or not looking at the truth of the situation. There was a lot of different examples of that. So right off the bat, I'm sort of clocking that these people are, you know, like pretty much every human being hiding certain aspects of themselves. Okay. We see everything unfold, and it gets messier and messier. And there was like different stages of it, which was really, really interesting. Okay, one thing that I do want to say, oh my God, I want to kind of structure these post-episode thoughts so they are slightly cohesive and not all over the place. So one thing that I really want to say that really is at the base of a lot of what this episode was, in my opinion, is there is a need for sure for honesty. There can be some good things that come from being honest. You know, John didn't pull this out of thin air that there's like, sometimes honesty is the best policy. Sometimes honesty can be very important in relationships and moving forward. I wanted to say that. But there are these aspects of, people lying, people concealing things. Sometimes, there are these aspects of people lying or concealing things or whatever that are, either they could be defense mechanisms to protect yourself, to make others feel good, there are so many different reasons why you might not be entirely truthful and say every single thing that comes into your brain, or be your true authentic self, or act on all of your impulses. You know what I mean? Because that is also who humans are. Humans are not just our raw thoughts, our raw impulses. It goes through this filter of how we act in life. And there are certain things, for example, if you take away all of the, we're going to say lies, but it's a little more broader than that. I feel like you guys know this, but like, if you take away all of that stuff, and you're only acting on your impulse that you feel in that moment, your truth in that moment. Say, you're in a dedicated, loyal relationship, and you're just attracted, you see somebody else and you're attracted to them, and then you automatically act on it because that's your feeling, that's your truth. I'm attracted to them. But no, you don't act on it because you have somebody that you're loyal to, or whatever. I'm just using a random example, but it's like somebody really pisses you off and you want to punch them right in the face or whatever it is. Well, maybe you don't do that because there's repercussions for actions. There are a lot of feelings that can come in boiling to the surface really strong, and you could be so mad that you feel the need to punch somebody in the face. But you know what? We don't really do that. Is that a lie? Do I want to punch somebody in the face? Sure, maybe, sometimes. I don't know. But do I do it? No. For many reasons. Also, because I just don't think it is an effective way to solve things, and I love, that we're kind of looking at that. In the start of this, right, I feel like we're sort of seeing certain truths come out. And not all of them are really all that bad, right? In the beginning, it gets bad. We know it gets bad. But there are certain things that you're like, honestly, it's probably good that came out, or whatever. The guy saying that he's not interested, Marsh, I believe his name was, saying that he's not interested in Bet and he was interested in her son. Harsh truth, but maybe that gives her the ability to move on, right? To explore other options. She was hung up on that, and with whatever. And that's the thing about maybe like leading somebody on. There is a virtue in giving some sort of harsh truth, though it's blunt, though it's harsh. It can help people heal and move on. We learned that in episode 3, where we talked about, Joanna, I think, where she, kind of left without giving any closure. And sometimes the closure can be helpful, right? you know, for somebody to move on. It's heartbreaking and not great, but it can be helpful. There are certain things about the relationship, the anniversary couple, who I'm forgetting their names, I apologize, but we have this people celebrating their anniversary and kind of seems like sort of like really going with the flow, and both of them are very much not happy in a lot of regards, and maybe some of that stuff is good to get out in the open so they can both move on and maybe seek out something that they would actually be healthier for them, emotionally and mentally, and all of that within their relationship. There's certain things that, yes, truth can, the truth will set you free, but it's like, you know, sometimes honesty can be helpful. However, what I love is that we're seeing it go too far. We're seeing it go, you know, just completely. If you don't have any of these things, any of these lies, or I'm not going to even get into hopes and dreams just yet, I'll get there, but like just the lies that you tell yourself to maybe protect yourself, lies to make yourself feel better, make other people feel better, protect people you love. There are so many reasons that you could not be entirely truthful with somebody, right? I mean, it's really, really important to sort of know that there is a place for that. And what Dream was saying, and I was like, thank you, because I was getting annoyed, but like, it is also human to do that, to try to navigate through life and do certain things that might be a coping mechanism or might just be the easier route. You know, sometimes you tell a little white lie because you don't feel like getting into everything. I mean, we're all human, right? Like, that's happened before to, I think, the majority of us. Whereas, like, I do not have time to get into a whole thing about how I'm feeling deep down. I just, you know, whatever, somebody asks you how you are, especially a stranger you just met, like, you know, you're going to order coffee somewhere. They're like, how are you doing? Imagine if you were truthful. And you're like, well, honestly, I'm having the shittiest day ever. I woke up late. I can't do this. I feel worthless. It's like, it's not very efficient to get through your day, to get to things that might actually help you. I'm really going on tangents here. I'm so sorry. But could you imagine you're ordering coffee? How are you? And I told you everything about how I am. Nobody wants that. Not when you're ordering coffee with a stranger, okay? So I do love that not only are they were showing a little bit that like some things, some truths can be important. But other things, it's just not realistic or healthy to live your life that way. Also, something that like I kept thinking in my brain and in my personal life, I don't talk about this too much, but I'm going to say this. I'm a very, like, I got walls up with a lot of people a lot of the time. And it takes a while to chip them down, you know, I'm that type of person. And throughout watching all of this, and obviously it's a clear, you know, we're putting the microscope down on honesty and truthfulness and whatever. In my opinion, and everybody can have their own opinions about it, whatever, but there is an element in relationships that somebody has to earn your truth. You know what I mean? I'm sorry if you hear the lawnmower that's going off right now. It's just, it always happens when I'm doing these post-episode thoughts. But, like, I feel like my pure, genuine self, my honesty, and specifically vulnerability, when you're completely honest, that's a vulnerable thing. And sometimes, you know, you're worried somebody's going to judge you, whatever, right? For your true honest thoughts or how you really feel or whatever. Like, the people that I'm truly honest with and genuine with and vulnerable with in my life, they earn that. That's not like, I'm not doing that with everybody. I'm not sitting here and, you know, spilling all of my truths out for like just anybody. There's a need to hold yourself back. And that could be, in a sense, to protect yourself, but it also giving truth to somebody. The people that I have been super genuine, vulnerable, and open with, they appreciate that. They know they're special because of that. If I did that with everybody, then, you know, anyway, that was something that was going through my brain as well. But there was just a lot going on when it comes to what are the niceties, right? And what, you know, when she says, she calls him handsome, and he's like, do you really think I'm handsome? There's certain things that are just niceties, like wanting to make somebody feel good and just being a nice person. And I could really go into that, and specifically from, I don't mean to sound however I'm going to sound, but specifically from a women's perspective, which I do think it's shifting a bit, but how a lot of times societally, not necessarily our specific parents or anything, my parents were really great with all of this stuff, but like, there's this pressure for you to be really, really nice all the time. But that also translates to a bunch of people calling you fake if you're really, really nice. And, you know, but if you're really, really blunt and honest and real, then sometimes you're a bitch. And I'm not saying that it's just through the lens of being a woman. I think everybody deals with that and struggles with that. I just think that there is an extra pressure from my perspective and my experience. That's all I'm going to say about that. But it's quite interesting that there's this sort of, it's a really interesting thing of what is too far. And the thing is that we all make our own choices about that. You know, how much do we lie on a daily basis? Now, some people have a lying problem. Some people lie a lot, and it's very detrimental and is not helpful in certain situations. There are some people who some would say are too honest. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all, what makes humans human is that we all have choices, and we all look at it very differently. And that's the beauty of it all. You take all of the lies away, and we are left with what we are at the bare minimum. And sometimes that's harsh truths. Okay, so I do want to go into what Dream specifically said towards the end of this, where he was confronting John, and he was talking about hopes and dreams, and he was talking about certain things that people hoped about to get themselves through stuff and going. And I have in my life dealt with, I don't want to self-diagnose or anything like that, but I have dealt with very severe anxiety my whole life. I've talked about this multiple times on my channel, right? And sometimes the only thing that really helped me get through a lot of stuff is that I had hope that, you know, not even that in general it would get better and that I can work on it. You know, it was like a hope in myself that I can work on this, that I can figure this out, that I can understand my anxiety and not necessarily get rid of it, but understanding it can really help. But there was a hope that that was going to happen for me. But also just like hope that tomorrow might be a little bit better. There's a lot of things. When you take all of that away, when you take your dreaming, your hoping, your need or want or belief that it will get better, something will get better, whatever is, you take that away, then you are down to the point where, you're self-mutilating. There's no reason to live. There's no reason to really go on. And there's this, heavy, and I don't want to dive into this too much. It's a sensitive topic for everybody, but self-harm and taking one's own life, there is an element of loss of hope there with a lot of people that have dealt with certain things in that, and I've had people in my life struggle and deal with certain things. recently. So we're not going to go into that a little bit, but there is a focus on that, right? When you take away these, what John deems to be lies that you tell yourself. Because what is a wish? Let's call it a wish. Like, I hope that in the future I'm successful. I'm not successful right now. It's not a truth, but I can hope for it. You know, I'm not saying I'm not successful, but I'm giving an example. You know what I mean? And so wanting things, these hopes, these dreams, these wishes, whatever people desire or need or, you know, dream about. I know I said desire, and it's probably like a whole thing with another sibling and like whatever, but you know, what you dream about or what you want, what you fantasize about, it makes you feel good. You fantasize about something, maybe it's not even, I'm not even talking about anything super serious, but maybe it's like a trip you're going on or something, or whatever. Something you're looking forward to. A movie you want to go see. You can fantasize about it. And you get excited. And it gives you a little bit of something to like get through the day. And it's important. All of that is important. Is it literally happening right now and real? No, it might be something in the future. But it's important, and it makes humans human. That they strive to be better, that they strive to reach something. You know, whatever it is. What motivates you at the beginning of the day or whatever? What motivates you? I'm literally asking you guys. There's gonna be like very sweet, lovely comment section. Put something down below that motivates you. It could literally be your family. You're going on a trip. It could be as trivial or as profound as you want. Okay? Something that gives you hope and motivates you and gives you some sort of fantasy. Put it down below. Everybody put your answers down below, because I'll love to read those. But I hope all of this made sense. I really went in, and I understand that, you know, this is my first time watching it. Probably when I edit it, when I go through it again, I'm going to pick little other things going on and maybe have more thoughts. That happens a lot to me. But I do hope that you liked not only this reaction, but this post-episode discussion. And write down below something that gives you hope, a dream of yours, a fantasy of yours, a wish, anything. Because this was a dark episode, let's say that. Let's put some hope in the comments. All right, if you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I would really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.